Welcome to the Speak Her podcast with your host, Camille Essick, the podcast where innovators and creators connect. Let's get started.
Hey, and welcome back to the Speak Her podcast. This is the podcast where innovators and creators connect. Be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe. We're streaming across all platforms such as iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Pandora. You all, I'm so excited. Last week, we hit our first major milestone of 10,000 downloads. We're now above that, and now we're pushing towards the next milestone. So I want to say thank you to everyone over the seasons for subscribing, sharing, tuning in, whatever you've done, reposting. Thank you so much. And I could not have done this without you, the listener and the viewer. Also, I want to shout out and say thank you to each and every guest over the episodes that have taken the time to sit down and share their journeys and stories, not only with me, but you all as well. So if you haven't heard, I am working to create a soundtrack for the Speaker podcast. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some of our top episodes, top conversations, impactful moments, and I'm flipping them into songs. Guess what, y'all? Yes, I'm writing songs, and the first 3 are now available. They're now streaming across all platforms: Spotify, Pandora. Everywhere that you can pick up music, it is there. I also have my first visual short, kind of like a little mini video. It's available on YouTube as well. So if you're on the go, you can catch the songs. They're really short, not really long, but I think they're really cool. And it just kind of aligns with what we're doing here, what I'm doing here with the Speaker podcast. And you can also catch them on YouTube as well. So if you're listening to the podcast through streaming services or you're at home cleaning, cooking, the songs that I release are Ear Candy, which is the theme song for the podcast, Combo, and Checkmate, which is the latest release. Of course, I'm going to send out more notifications regarding the updates on the soundtrack, and you can also tap in and listen. Going to CamilleEssick.com, scroll down, you'll see the icon for the headphones. Click the button there and you can tap in and tune in. So today I would like to have a real conversation about something that's been floating around on social media for a while, about the soft girl life. Now, I'll be honest, when I first heard this term, I thought it meant you never lift a finger, you're pampered 24/7, fresh flowers every week, spa days on repeat, and luxury everything. Now, listen, don't get me wrong, those things are all beautiful and they can be a part of it. But for me, my soft girl life, it looks a little different. So my version of a soft girl life isn't just about aesthetic, it's about boundaries. It's about protecting my peace, being intentional about who's in my circle. Now, I also do this by fueling my body with better food, working out more, drinking my water, and also just making sure I have rest. And if you have not done so, tap in and join me with the Ordered Steps community. Since I've joined the Ordered Steps community with our fitness pastor, Deacon George Moore, I have lost to date 18 pounds. Y'all, I'm pushing towards those next 2. Not that I was just crazy overweight, but I just want to be a better, fitter Cam. So I joined Ordered Steps, and they're available on Facebook. You need to go ahead and follow there. And that's one of the things that I've done as far as being more conscious about what I'm eating and putting into my body. And yes, rest. Also, getting the rest that you need. It's like taking an unapologetic nap in the middle of the day because my body say, hey, we need this. And you know what? When I'm not in the office, I need to check out. Guess what? I'm going to do it because what good am I to myself, you all, or the other things that need me if I'm not working from my fullest capacity with the best energy possible? Then that happens when you take necessary rest, which means scheduling my posts, getting off social media, going outside, doing what I need to do, reading a book, but more importantly, getting the rest, getting the naps, drinking the water, eating better, getting those healthy foods. That's very important. Now, listen, it is also about making my life easier in ways possible, even if it seems small or mundane, but the smallest changes can be a game changer and make everything better. Now, like for example, I started getting my groceries delivered. Now, don't get me wrong. I still enjoy from time to time going to smaller boutique grocery stores like Trader Joe's or Publix, but I do get my groceries delivered from time to time. Now, some people will say that's lazy, but guess what? I'm going to tell you why it's not. Before I do that, go right now to CamilleEssick.com, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. I have lots of digital products there, my e-courses there, as well as ebooks. And y'all, I have released the Creative Connect. It is a digital virtual resource, and it's a virtual experience with me. You can do a small group session with 5 or less, or you can get the VIP one-on-one session. This is a course and a session I've created. It's 2 hours long. You sit down with me and I give you all the game about taking your creativity to the next level with the use of AI. You can go right now and you can get the group seats available or the VIP right now at CamilleEssick.com. Now, as a single Black woman running a household, handling my businesses, and even doing simple errands, it can be really exhausting going to the store, weaving through crowds. Y'all, I'm sorry, kids screaming, and I get it. Some people have children, I don't. But sometimes after a long day, it can create a sense of overstimulation, if that makes sense. In addition to loading heavy bags into my car and then having them, bringing them inside, heavy cases of water. And guess what? For me, that is not soft. That is stress. So I pay about $12 to $13 a month for grocery delivery. But you know what? It's worth every penny, because if I'm going to be honest, walking through the store, I'm probably going to end up spending $12 to $13 on something I didn't need anyway. So this service frees up my time. It reduces my stress. It gives me more energy to focus on what matters to me, whether it's my work, my health, or just relaxing. So here are some things I really want you to hear. Don't wait until you're married or in a relationship to give yourself the soft girl life. Don't wait for the man to give you the passenger princess before you give yourself permission to be cared for. Now, of course, we do want that, but right now, you can incorporate other ways to decrease the stress in your life, which means you have to start now. Find ways that make your life more convenient, more peaceful, and more manageable for you. Because the soft girl life isn't just about being pampered. It's about creating a life that supports your well-being. Now, all right, I want to hear from you. What is one thing you've done lately that's made your life softer? Head on over right now to Instagram and tag me at Camille.Essick so we can keep this conversation going. And until next time, keep speaking up, keep showing up, and keep creating the life you deserve. Now you all join me this coming week. Adia Johnson and Deshaun Gales, they're going to sit down. We're going to have a great conversation. Be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe so you know when we go live on Facebook and YouTube. Wednesday, Adia will be here. And then the next night on Thursday, Deshaun is coming by. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Facebook and YouTube, The Speaker Podcast. This is the podcast where innovators and creators connect. Y'all be blessed and be safe out there.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Speak Her podcast. Be sure to follow Camille on Instagram at Camille.Essick, Facebook at the Speak Her podcast, or www.CamilleEssick.com.